Hi everybody, this is Rahul Bausar. I run the cloud business here in the Meta region for Ingram Micro. I have Abdul Basit Salim with me, who is the cloud champion, cloud marketplace champion for the region. Today's webinar is about sharing what we have recently launched on our marketplace for our resellers. Is a brand new interface which we call as new unified control panel. And what we will go through today's agenda is what are the features you will get in this new UCP. Once we go through these set of features, we will try to demonstrate to you what exactly it looks and feels, and what exactly is the next roadmap for the next 3-4 months, Abdul.
Yes.
So there is a lot of micro updates which we are doing, and some of them are really exciting. The best feature which I think you all should be excited is the ability to launch your own white labeled marketplace through our account, which means if you have been thinking about launching your own marketplace for your own customers through the website for them to place the order, that's the moment where we are actually launching that functionality in the next few micro updates in the next 3 months. But this platform upgrade, the major upgrade was the first baseline upgrade which we had to do, and now it's live. So let me transfer this to Abdul, who will walk you through the control panel features. Could you just confirm on a chat if you are able to hear us loud and clear? Anybody on the chat? Yes, thank you. Thank you. All right, this entire session is being recorded, so it will be automatically posted on YouTube channel so that you can watch it later or share it with your colleagues. So I'll hand it over to Abdul, who will walk us through the detailed features, which should take about 30 minutes or not less than that, and then we will spend about 10 minutes on the live demo, and then we'll open up for the questions if you have any. But in the meantime, you should be able to ask any questions through chat. And right now, I'm just going to fire up one poll question for all of you who are right now online. I would request you to just answer the first question for us. It'll take just less than a few seconds. It says, do you place orders using Ingram Micro Cloud Marketplace as resellers? Thank you for engaging. If all of you can please answer. If you have not placed but you're registered, then just say no. All right, we're closing the poll. Thanks a lot. The poll status says about 57% of the attendees today are placing orders on Marketplace, which is a good news. Only 24 of them are saying they haven't placed the orders, and some of them are, about 19% of them are registered but haven't placed. If you have registered and haven't placed any orders, just select no, and that should be fine for us. So you should be able to see the results, and thanks a lot for answering. This gives us a good idea of how many people are already using our marketplace. So let's get to the features. Over to you, Abdul.
Hi everyone, this is Abdul Basit. I'm the technical consultant for cloud across Meta region, and basically I manage the marketplace across Meta region. So this session, as Rahul has mentioned, is about the new features or the new upgrades that we have recently launched in our marketplace. Now we call it Unified Control Panel features. So basically, it's a unified control panel. So previously there were different layers of the marketplace. One is the reseller control panel, then is the customer control panel, and then there is a store from where the resellers or you guys were placing orders. So now we have accumulated all of them into one single interface. All the looks and feels will be same. It's a brand new user experience, and over here in the same place you will find everything like the marketplace tab to process orders, users, your customers, your account status and details. And on the dashboard on the home screen you will find like what is your account status, how many customers you are having, and what is the status of the invoices you have, how many dollars you have to pay, and what is your credit balance. As I was telling you that there were three different panels: the store from where the partners were placing the order, then the reseller control panel, and the customer control panel. So now everything is unified into one single interface, and it's a one-stop shop, and it's seamless across different devices. So previously the marketplace was not getting adapted to the mobile devices or to different devices, basically the tablets and the mobile phones and the laptops. So it was configured only to be used on the laptop. So now if you open it up from a tablet, from an Android tab, or from an iPad, or if you use it on a phone, Android phone, iPhone, so it seamlessly adopts to your device. And in this new interface, so now we have introduced a search feature. So how it works is that you will just search for the SKU or the product name, and it gives you the drop down list for those products. If you don't want to go into those respective categories and then look for the product, it works seamless, and it's very good, and it gives you the right and accurate results. Next is your available balance and transaction history. So under the account status tab, you will see what are your balance details, what is your available balance, what is your outstanding invoice amount, how much credit limit you have, what is the not invoiced purchases, and what is your billing cycle period, and what are the payment terms and the invoice history or not invoiced purchases, and then the all the invoices and their transactions will appear. Then under this tab of the customers, what you can do is, previously in order to add a customer you can only do it when you have to process an order for the customer. So but now you can just add the customers if you, regardless of that, if you're going to process the order or not. And in the next few releases we are going to introduce a feature of bulk import of the customers. So in the set format of an Excel sheet, or it will be defined and informed to you. So in the set format you will import all your customer details, into the marketplace, so that all your customers will be automatically or will be already listed down over here when you are going to process the order for them. And we have also introduced one more feature of custom account ID. What is custom account ID? So a lot of you guys are running your own ERP systems, and in those systems you have your own customer IDs or account IDs for your end customers. So now you can add those customer account IDs or into the marketplace also. So it is basically for your a lot of purposes, for your reporting purpose or for your reconciliation purposes, and you can and match the data, or you can find this customer with the customer account ID or with the name or with the marketplace ID. And then you can manage the customer by logging in into the customer control panel also. So where all the subscriptions for your end customer are being happened. And then the new feature, which is one of my personal favorite features, is the billing data export feature. So how it works is that, so basically you can set up a periodic reports on monthly basis, on daily basis. Apart from that, you can set up a report right away also. You can configure different kinds of categories like COGS reports or like end customer transaction reports and everything, and you can select multiple formats like CSV, XML, JSON, and XLX files. And what you can do is you can set up an email address, and it will be automatically being sent to that email address. So a lot of our customers or resellers, how they are doing is that they have connected those email addresses with their QuickBooks or ConnectWise ERPs, and when the report is being sent to that email address, it gets automatically imported into their billing systems. And not only that, our new marketplace enables you to automatically send the invoices to your customers also. So you can white label those invoices, you can and define your company name, logo, everything, the theme in it, and then the marketplace on behalf of you will send the invoices to your end customers. Also, you will see under orders and invoices, what are your pending orders, or what is your invoice history, what is your order history, what are the unpaid invoices, and they will come over here. The status will come, the type of document will come, the description, and the amount, the due date, and the issue date. All those details will come over here. And still, if you want, you can go back to our classic control panel. So a lot of things that are still being managed under the existing or the old classic control panel, like subscriptions or couple of types of orders, these are still being managed under classic panel. These are going to be introduced very soon into the next releases, as Rahul mentioned to you, the micro updates that are going to happen in the next few months. And as I was telling you that the whole new interface is it's a unified interface. So all you have to do is get adopt to it. And previously there was a glitch or a bug, you can say that if you are processing an order and if by any chance if you get logged out, you will not find that order again in your cart. But we have fixed it and we have introduced it into the cart now. So if you log out, it doesn't matter after how much time you are logging back in, you will find the same product or same order again in your cart. And then you will find grid and list view capability. So you can change the products if you want them in the grid view or if you want them in the list view. A lot of persons or companies are comfortable or users are comfortable in having the list view. I myself is also comfortable in having the list view. And then the shopping cart. So there are a few questions related to the margins and the shopping cart. So I'll address those questions shortly. So the first question was, will the billing details include my reseller margin? Yes, the billing details include your reseller margin. And with our new marketplace, what you can do is you can manage your margin for your end customer also while placing the order. So as you can see, there is a tab for margin over here. So these are the margins. So at the end of placing the order, you will find an option to set margin. And if you select that option, the marketplace allows you to set up the margin percentage and the total amount that will be changed for the end customer. Because the prices that we use for the end customer, those prices are the list prices or MSRPs that are being recommended by the vendors. And a lot of companies are requesting us to include the PO number entry also. So if you want them, if you want the reports or the invoices, your invoices is that, okay, if you are placing the order for customer ABC for subscription XYZ and this is PO number 123, if you want that information in the invoice, then please note that you have to enter the PO number when processing the order. You can select the existing customers or you can right away add new customer. Before moving forward for the live demo, let's go to the questions and answers. Will the billing details include my reseller margin? I have already answered it. It does include. And the next question is, can we export generate billing report for a customer consolidated per service, particularly for Azure, for example, Azure VM, storage, etc. Yes, you can do it. Our marketplace gives you the option in the customer control panel to have the Azure usage report. It gives you by the resource groups, by the resources, how much it is used, what is the quantity and everything, the dollar value and everything. Then the next question is, the customer just requested access today to billing details for the products I sold to him. Should I wait for the new CSP version upgrades, or this can be safely shared today using existing version? Well, it can be shared using existing version, and the new version is already there. It was launched on 22nd of October. You guys have already those new version, and you can undo the billing export reports using the existing version and using the new version with both of them. If still there is any query, you can reach out to me. My contact details will be shared with you at the end of the session. Please feel free to reach out to me at any time, and I'll be more than happy to address your questions. If there are not any more questions regarding the presentation, let's move to the live demo. So you will go to cp.ma.cloud.im if you want to use the new interface. You will click login, or if currently the old interface is also present, so let's go through that. So this is the old interface. A lot of you guys are already familiar with it. You will click login, enter your credentials. So it takes you to the old interface. So if you want to go to the new interface, you will select control panel, and then it takes you to the new interface that we call UCP, Unified Control Panel. As you can see, I already have few purchases in my cart, and then the top selling services in your region, then the categories like backup and disaster recovery, business application, enablement services, communication collaboration, industry solutions, infrastructure, and security. And if you will click on home, it will give you your account status, customers, and the invoices. And if you will click customers, it will give you the list of your all end customers. And then this is basically my personal favorite feature that will be coming shortly, sales channel. Currently it is under development. So using this feature, you can white label this marketplace and give it to your end customers as your marketplace. And then there is the option for the account. So it gives you the account status and the status of the purchases, that let's say if your an order is under provisioning, then orders and invoices. You can, if you want to go to any open invoice, you can go there, and let's say if you want to see this invoice, so you can see that what payments are attached to it, what are the line items for that invoice, and what are the payments attached to that invoice, and what are the credit notes attached to that invoice, and you can download that invoice also. Then this is the option for billing data export. As I told you that you can create new periodic reports, or you can create one-time report, or you can view your already reports. And one more good thing that this new interface has is that it logs and records everything. Every action that is being done over here, it is being done over there. I have a question over here about the margins. Yes, this report will include all your margins and everything, because this report will include uh, your cost or on the price on which you have purchased from Ingram Micro and your end customer's sell price. So based on that, your margins are available in it. Let me try to create one-time report because it is a test account. So it's under creation. Meanwhile, it gets created. Let me walk you through, guys, to the order processing. So to process an order, you will click browse. Then you can search for any surface like Office 365 Business. Okay, Business Essential. Then you will select what is the product which you want. And Marketplace is smart enough to give you all the recommended add-ons to it. So you will have Office 365. I searched for Office 365 Business, so it has given me the result for Business Essentials, monthly, the trial licenses, the monthly premium, annual products. So let me just add this one into the cart. So then I'll select proceed to checkout. So now it gives me all the add-on options, like for Office 365 E3 that was already in my cart. What are the recommended add-ons by the vendor, like Exchange Online Advanced Threat Protection or Stream Plan 1, Plan 2, as it was already in my cart. And if I'm not interested in having this product anymore, I'll just click on remove. So it's now left only with the product that I have just selected. And also it gives you an option to add it back if you have accidentally deleted a product from your cart. Let's say I don't need any more add-ons and I need the Business Essential with one quantity. I'll click next. So now it gives me an option to select the existing customers or to add a new customer. So over here you will enter all the details for your customers. For now, I will select an existing end customer, or you can also select, or you can also search your existing customers. Let's say if I want to select this existing customer, I'll just click on it. So it gives me the details like who is the administrative contact or billing contact and technical contact in that. What is their postal address, their account ID in the marketplace, company name, if there is a tax registration ID. If everything is fine, I'll click next. So over here, if you have already processing the orders on marketplace, it automatically populates your MPN ID. And from then the future orders, you don't have to enter the MPN ID again and again. And if it's the first time, for the first time, yes, you have to enter, and it automatically checks that this MPN ID is registered to which company name also. Next. So now it's asking me if I want to process a new Office 365 tenant account or an existing tenant account. Let's say if I want to go for a new tenant account, and I'll click next. It right away verifies that if that tenant is available or not, and if it is available, only then it lets me move forward. Now over here there is an option for adjust pricing. As you can see that, so this 14.8% margin, this is the margin between your price and the end customer price. So over here, if you see, your cost is $4.26 and the end customer cost is $5. So if you're going to give them some additional discounts, let's say 10%, then you will change this margin, or you can change the customer price also. Or if you're going to sell them more expensive, then you will just type the price. And so you will type one thing, either customer price or the margin, and it smartly adjusts it according to that. And let's say if you are giving the discount or the margin, a standard margin on the whole order, there are multiple line items, and you want to give 10% discount on the whole thing, then you will just set 10 and it automatically adjusts the whole order according to that. Then you will set up the PO number. And from here, you can also again select customer or details, like what are the customer details. Then it gives you the pop-up about the customer details. And once you click buy, it processes your order on the live situation, like right away. We have few questions over here. Hi Abdul, are you going to provide us with demo links, how to create, modify accounts like old panels? So there will not be any demo links. So what I would recommend to you is that if you don't already have a marketplace account, sign up for it so that, and then I will give you a one-on-one session on whatever you want to do, how you want to create the accounts or modify the subscriptions or process the new orders. Because any order that you process, it's all automatic. It gets processed automatically, provision, the service gets provisioned automatically by the vendor, and it gets charged instantly to us and then to you automatically. And the next question is, what about the one-time installation fees? So the products like one-time installation fees or services is like one-time installation fees. So these are going to be the part of that sales channel feature in which you can add your product and you can add your services and then give it to your customers. And the next question is there a chance to put installation costs one-off? I just answered this. And the next question is, who will add the discount and margin, the partner or the distributor? So basically so the discount and margin works in two ways. So there is one margin that is between distributor and the partner, and there is a margin between partner and the customer. So the discount happens at both places. So if you are processing the order yourself for your end customer, so then the margin that we are talking about is between the partner and the end customer. And if you need the discount from the distributor, then the distributor will be processing the order, or basically in this case Ingram or your concerned account manager of Ingram will be processing the order on behalf of the reseller. Then they have the authority to apply the discount or change the margin. And we have a question, can we enter a price which is below our cost? No, you cannot enter a price that is below your cost. And then we have some questions in the chat, I think also. So what is PO number and additional information? So basically PO number is purchase order number, that the purchase order that you send to Ingram Micro. A lot of your resellers also do the PO number, still the LPOs basically, or the POs are being sent to Ingram Micro, and then you need those PO numbers in the invoices for the finance purpose or audit purposes. The next question is, we should be able to set the margins at the quoting stage, not at the time we place the order with IM. So basically these margins that I just explained to you, the margin that is being showed over here, so this margin is between the partner and the end customer. It doesn't have to do anything with the margin of distributor or Ingram Micro with you, with the reseller. Can you processing an order to one of my customers next time when I do it with the screen sharing option? Yes, for sure. My contact details will be shared at the last slide, and I'll be more than happy to give one-on-one sessions.
But also, whoever is your sales account manager, just ensure that he's also in the loop and he can also pull us in the right time.
And the next question is, can you show us how to create end user invoice and send it to their account directly? Yes, I can show you that right away. So currently that feature is in classic panel.
But then this margin and price will get transferred there.
Yes. So you will click on billing. And over here you will find an tab by the name documents. So all those invoices that you will find over here, these are your end customer invoices. So these are my test end customers. So those invoices are there. If you want to modify those invoices, because currently these invoices are in the raw format, they don't have any logo or the company name, anything. As you can see, no logo or anything. So this is a standard raw format. If you want to modify it, let's have a one-on-one session in which I'll guide your teams how they can modify these invoices, and then you can use the system to send automatically to your end customers. And the next question is,
but we're placing the orders now with IM, and is there any way to set margins, generate? So you cannot generate a code as such from the system. Is there any function? So it's basically a transactional place, which means you can set your margins for sure. This is what Abdul has shown to you for your customer at your price, but the system will not generate a code. It will directly place the order there. So you may want to still run the codes outside the system. But this is, I think, one of the feature requests from.
We want to be requested it.
Yes, it is. It is one of the most asked feature requests from many resellers around the world, and we can. It will be definitely in some of the roadmaps in the future releases. So stay tuned on that. Can you please share the slides with us? Yes, of course. We will send out the list of all the people who have attended, a slide deck link, so you can take it. In this case, this is the question is, in this case, is the only for the vendor and IM, and to know how much margins we're charging to the customer. Technically, we don't care how much you charge to the customer. For us, it's our price to you, and this is in your account what you see. So literally, it's your choice how much you want to put the margins, and we really don't care about it.
Yes, I agree to Rahul, because we are, let's say, for example, if we are talking about this product, Office 365 Business Essentials monthly, we are charging you at $4.26 per user per month. Now, it doesn't matter to us if you're going to sell it for $4.26 or if you're going to sell it to your end customer for $40.
It's correct. So it's really a lot of resellers. What they do is they end up getting the price competition very strong because they're comparing neck to neck. For example, if you're putting a quote and you're putting Office 365 Business Essential on the table, it's very easy for a customer to compare it with 10 resellers and find out, oh, it's the same product, same plan. Somebody's giving me the lowest, and he'll go and place the order. The right way is to really put this as part of the service. You can say Office 365 fully managed service where your support is included, your package is included, but then that's how you quote it to the customer. From system, it is definitely going to be like that. So what you charge to your customer is literally, it's your call. Absolutely, we don't have any visibility and we don't want to know about it.
And we have another question. The new tenant name is only for new customers. No, you can use it for the existing customers also. Let's say if you are going to process a different subscription for the same existing customer, but your end customer wants a new Office 365 tenant account, then yes, you can process the new tenant name for the existing customer and as well as for the new customers. And it works vice versa. If a new customer already has an existing tenant, then you can also use the existing tenant.
Yeah. There's a question, can you touch on the security side? How secure is the end customer data that we would enter in the marketplace? It is absolutely secure. This is running on our Cloud Blue platform. Cloud Blue platform is the same platform which more than 105 worldwide telcos are using, with big names like Vodafone, big names like Telstra, AT&T, T-Mobile, for example. So it's a trusted platform. It is being scrutinized and recognized by all the big companies, including Microsoft. In the beginning of the year, Cloud Blue and Microsoft announced a very strategic relationship worldwide during our summit in the month of April this year, and Microsoft has endorsed our platform to move and recommend to all telcos and cloud service providers, and we also, on the other hand, moved all our products to Azure. So it is very trusted. It has, if today, if you are sending a PO to Ingram Micro or any other distributor as a paper or a scanned copy with the end customer details, trust me, that is less secure than updating it in the system, because this system is designed for fully automation. We do not go and look into transaction. If you place the order with end customer detail, it straight away is encrypted and passed on to Microsoft, and order gets provisioned. So literally, this is more secure because it has access to only some important people with the right security in place. So definitely better than what you can do it through manual POs. The next question is, if the customer has an existing Office 365, however, he is new to CSP, I will choose an existing or a new tenant. The answer of this is very simple thumb rule. If any customer has any Microsoft Office product and Office 365 kind of product, it by default should tell you that he has an existing tenant. The thumb rule is you should always go and try to use the same tenant unless there is a problem with the tenant, which is it is not accessible, nobody has an admin console, and so on. But ideally, if the tenant is already there, please use the existing tenant. Do not create the new tenant, because then the billing cycles and subscription will never show up on the same system, and you might end up in doing migration related activities also. Next question is, please show us the requirement to be able to sell Office 365 from Microsoft, and how to be able to sell other vendor products and meet their selling requirements. It's a pretty standard process, Usam, for us. We help partners to train them on sales, marketing, and technical for selling Office and Azure and everything around it. Today we have more than 26 vendors on cloud, where of course Office 365 is the easiest and front-running product because it is in demand. You go sell that. Once you have a customer, you can go back to the same customer with more than 10 plus products associated with that, right from backup, security, and these things. Drop us an email on the contact details, and more than happy to put you in touch with the right people and take it forward from there. Can you show us how to establish our white label version of the marketplace, send it to our customers? Yes, that is something which is coming in the next 2-3 months time, in the next minor releases. Once the feature is available, we will host exactly similar webinar, as well as start taking requests. No, this is not ready yet. It is this, because if you see the change, this modern change, which is the first basis, that's the baseline platform, and your experience and your end customer experience is almost going to be the same. So if you compare the old control panel and the new, that's a huge difference, and this is the first level. And in another 2 months time, before end of this year, we should be able to enable the functions for our region to be able to launch your own white label marketplace.
And the next question is, how control is it to give the customer the choice of buying additional products or making changes to existing sold products? So basically it depends. If you're going to give the access to your customer, and if your customer is going to process the order, as Rahul mentioned, that the whole process is automated and seamless. It automatically goes to the vendor and the service gets provisioned. And because a lot of partners have asked this question already before, and what we have recommended to them is, talk to your customer first, take them into the confidence, have an understanding with them that they will not go on and do the mad purchase of the services?
I'll answer it in two parts. Uh, there are two different angles to this kind of situation. It's like today, if you go to a bank, the number of teller counters have really reduced. It used to be 10, 12 in big banks at any point in time to deposit cash and remove cash. But nowadays it has just become one or two people sitting on the teller account or counters, because bank has automated everything through ATMs. You can deposit cash, you can withdraw cash, you can deposit checks, you can do payments of credit card. Everything is done as a self-service, and that's a very good example, which means you have to start looking at your business in the same way. Are you willing to change your business model and educate your customer to push this? If answer is yes, the first thing you want to do is, instead of asking the customer to place POs, you want to sign them an agreement. An agreement should typically cover some terms and conditions that you will be responsible to place orders or reduce the users and cancel the products on the interface or access of self-service, which we're going to give it to you. If you accidentally increase or change or cancel anything, you are liable to pay for us until you officially formally terminate the contract. At the termination, you should pay us all the open dues which is there. So once you give the access, that a person can place 10 users or 1,000 users, system will allow that, right? So you want to first define the contract, set the right expectation with the customer, and then decide who should get that username and password of that account. And once that is done, you are on the path of streamlining and automating your own business, which will run on its own, start making money for your own without putting efforts on managing your customer. You can focus on getting new customers. Next question is, will the customer have the choice of buying more products or add-ons? Yes, absolutely yes. Once you give the customer control access, he can not only manage his existing subscription, but also go ahead and add and buy new products and add-ons without any interference from your side. Another question is how to see how to see my customer subscription and change it. It's in the control panel, and under the customer, you should be able to see that. A couple of more questions on the chat. In the white label marketplace, can we collect the payment from IM, or it just takes the order from the client, or do you have any idea?
So it basically just takes the order. So it will the payment collection of the end customer will be the responsibility of the reseller.
Yes. So we do not collect the payments on behalf of you. The system will have the mechanism to get an order, accept the order. If you approve it, it will get processed, and so on. So it is going to be with you guys to collect the payment on your own from your customers.
There is a reason for it, because as Ingram, as a distributor, we don't indulge or get involved with the end customers.
True. And if you had to collect the payment directly, then a credit card comes into the picture.
Yes.
And then there are costs associated with credit cards. So there are a lot of challenges there. So we will leave it to you. All right. So if you have any further questions, please drop us. Can we do the payment with the credit card? We are working on that, Renu, for resellers to make payments to us via credit card. We're working on an option. It should be done soon. Once that is done, once our process is completed, so for the invoice which we generate, you should be able to pay us through credit card soon. How does the partner stop a service to a customer? Go into the control panel and find the service under the customer and
subscription management.
In the subscription management, you should be able to stop it.
The next question is, why do I have 5,000 USD in my account? So basically, it's not some balance.
No. It's like when you get a credit card, you need to get a credit limit, right? So the default credit limit of every reseller, which you get, is $5,000 per month. So potentially, whenever you get an account, every time you make a purchase, the limit starts dropping, to zero. The moment you hit the zero, which means you are already using services up to 5,000, you won't be able to add it. So that's not a cash, it's just a credit limit. All right, so if there are, I do not, I do, there's a question, but I do not the same credit limit in Ingram Micro or not. Well, this credit limit is for marketplace, not for CSP products. So marketplace credit limits are separate than the traditional on-premise business.
It's the default credit limit.
So this is the default credit limit of 5,000. So this is good. $5,000 per month is equivalent of $60,000 a year. So you want to revisit the strategy of how you want to do business with us.
And if you want to get it changed, you can talk to your account manager, and that account manager can get this credit limit increased or decreased as per your already going on business within with Aptech or with Ingram Micro.
Yeah. So once you keep making payments on time, we'll be more than happy to increase the credit limit if you have more orders coming in. Question: I have an education customer, but I don't see the subscription details in my account.
It's under industry solutions category.
No. Is this the customer already with an order on the system? And then you don't see, please send the support a ticket or copy us, and we should be able to help you with that. But if you want to place a new order, it should be under industry solutions. Cool. If you do not have any other questions, we will like to leave you with the contact details, and please feel free to drop us a line about the question. This email ID of Abdul Basit Salim is not a support email ID, so please, it's related to functions and features and any help. But if you have any problems in your account systems, feel free to reach out to support. And if in case they are not responding on time, feel free to escalate it to us, and we'll be able to help you out. There's one more question: will Ingram Micro be the direct point of contact for support? Yes, for Microsoft products, for most of the products in marketplace, you are free to reach out to Ingram Micro support through the support tab, and you should be able to get your answers sorted out. If you don't get the response on time, and if there is an urgency and there is a big breakdown, please loop us so that we can help it escalate and respond to you on time. All right, everybody, thanks a lot for all your attendance and support and time. Happy Diwali, and looking forward to see all of you to use the system and do more automated business on cloud. Thank you.